welcome back to the channel where we are checking out some more Illuvium. So I know a lot of you have been asking when, we see it every day in chat, when is everything coming, guys? Be patient, it is coming soon. So today we're going to be looking at the dev blog for March. It has a lot of exciting news in there, which I want to share. I'm going to go ahead, we're not going to read it all. I'm going to do kind of a summary of the key points of it. I've looked through it quite a few times. Everything is coming, guys, all in due time. I know it is taking an incredible amount of time. We want dates, we want progression, we want this, we want that. It is coming, guys. The team has been very transparent with a lot of things that are going on within the team and also with the dev and the notes itself. So looking at the intro, staking on V2 is finally up. We know SIL V2 is finally up and staking is up as well. It did take, a lot longer than we thought it would, but it is finally here, guys. And the staking dashboard is very clean. It works absolutely flawless. I love some of the additions in there, including it showing me how many rewards I will get per day, which is awesome. Also, when you're claiming the rewards, you can claim them all together. It's not multiple transactions, which again, I absolutely love the updates on there. Now, Illuvium Arena, the ranked battle was getting lonely, so now it is the Ascendant Arena. Love the new name. It is a very cool change, which a little change, but when you're saying it, it sounds absolutely amazing. So they've nearly completed over 100 units, bringing the total to about 150. That is right, guys. Just over 50 more remaining. We've covered the leaks in this channel a ton. 50 more alluvials, guys, will bring the total to 200 alluvials, which is absolutely crazy. The amount of alluvials, I'm just thinking the skills, the abilities, everything in here is going to be crazy. It is going to be absolutely insane. To think they're launching the game with 200 open beta alluvials is amazing. So they're working on bugs. They're working on a couple different systems. Augments bonding, the new hyper mechanic will happen this month. So again, a lot goes into the behind the scenes kind of what is going on. Cinematic rendering now works in survival mode, unavailable for the beta testing. So beta testing is going to be very soon, which is awesome to see. They're finishing up and kind of buttoning up a couple different things. Now, one of the big things, guys, the Illuvium overworld Crimson Waste region is almost complete, so on to the next region. Foraging is functional. A lot of players were kind of wondering what they're going to do with an alluvial or Illuvium to catch alluvials. You kind of enter a node, but the foraging and functioning is a big part that I think a lot of people are missing. So you're going to have to travel to these zones. You're going to have to forage for different resources, whether it's plants, whether it's rocks, depending what it is, to fulfill a given recipe to turn into a final product. So with the recipe, that is going to be the blueprint that is minted over or actually developed over onto Illuvium 0. The blueprint is then going to be moved to the main game. In the main game is where you will actually have to hold that blueprint as well as whatever that recipe requires to build your final product, guys. So again, the blueprints in Illuvium 0 are going to have no functionality. It is going to be over when it gets to the actual Illuvium game. Encounter mode is now functional, which is awesome. Final stages, but still a little bit away. Again, they still have a lot to work on in this game, and they want to put out the AAA grade that we're expecting this game really to be. Illuvium 0, you guys know that I am super stoked about, guys. That is one of the biggest parts that I want to be into. I'm looking to buy some tier 4 land. I really hope the possibility is there. We're still waiting for prices. We're still waiting on a lot of different questions that are coming out, not just the when. If they gave us a date, the date is really transparent from the team, but the date really doesn't make a difference, guys. We have to know what this land does. We have to know how much fuel is produced by the node. What is the expected outcome? Because you have to think kind of from an investment side of it. If you're paying $40K for a land, if you're paying $70K, if you're paying $100,000 for land, is the feasibility there that it's actually going to have the value or hold the value with a Dutch auction system as well? It's going to be very interesting to see how the degrading price, we know how it's going to work, but to see what the actual land value kind of averages out, where if they say a tier 4 land is going for $75,000 Does that mean that a tier 4 land would transition actually to the open market for that price? Theoretically, probably not, especially because a lot of players will be buying it with the SILV2, which of course you can buy much cheaper, and it is pegged to the IOV token. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out, not only with the Illuvium 0 land sale, but also what kind of happens after the land sale, which again, a lot of people really do have to think about. So visuals are completed except for some optimization. Again, a little bit of tweaks. Full UI is in progress, updated some new assets, making it feel live. Tutorial system, daily and weekly goals. I love that feature, guys. You're gonna have to come in here and be able to do something within the land. When I think of kind of the base builder technology, or even, you know, old school, when you look at SimCity, when you look at Civilization, when you look at things of that nature, there's a very specific depth to those games. I know it's not gonna have the combat system, things of that nature, but the base builder kind of thing game is very cool to see. Landmarks, of course, are going to be in there. The land tier boosts are going to be in there. New sound engineer has implemented most of the sounds, which is awesome. Future scoping has begun. Once we get the land up, guys, once we have the land, we can figure it out. We can build it. How should we expand it? I have some ideas. So does the rest of the team. I'm tying it in the storyline. We're going to see exactly how much this Illuvium 0 is going to really be, how smooth it's going to be. How's it going to work? Also remember with Illuvium 0, before I forget, you're going to be able to get the blueprints in Illuvium 0, which means prior to the actual Illuvium game being launched, you're going to be able to farm up blueprints. I know the number has kind of changed. I know at the very early stages, it was saying 10. Some people have now said 50. I've seen some where it's 100. So again, we need to get more clarification on exactly what it is. If they're releasing Illuvium 0 to the early purchasers of it, and we can mine up to 100 blueprints, guys, it's going to be absolutely insane to know what some of those blueprints go for and what some of the functionality in there is going to be. Nothing on the cinematic accounts, no new updates there. Now, Game Launcher, last month we announced the Game Launcher standalone app. Again, they're getting ready for the beta testing. It's going to be very cool to see. Desktop app beginning soon. Staking a V2, we kind of touched on this a little bit. Did not withdraw, received accumulated rewards greater, kept the staking running. Gas fees are lower, and you claiming rewards is simpler. That's what I absolutely love. Start working on V3. That is right, guys. After V2 conversion, V3 is the next step. Land sale, Illuvidex, very close. Very close does not have a date, but it does. Apart from testing some infrastructure, we are there. That is right. The Illuvidex needs to come up. Is going to swallow the Illuvitary. Be one app, which makes more sense. Yes, absolutely, guys. To keep everything into the Illuvidex, so you actually log into the Illuvidex, and that is where everything is going to be. It is very cool. Infrastructure change in progress for security. Again, this note right here, guys, has to be 100% buttoned up. If everything in the NFT world is not safe and secure, it's going to be an absolute detriment to Illuvium itself. Then, of course, the IMX, kind of the staking V2 working. A little bit more testing there. New website development is going. And then, of course, the Illuvitar. That is right, guys. Genesis set phase 2 has begun. A few more accessories. The Illuvitars, I am very excited to see. We've seen a lot of snaps and a lot of pictures that they've sent out. They are coming, guys. Phase 2, again, has begun. So I'm hoping the original set is going to be available. Now, what we know about the Illuvitars is these are what you're going to use within Illuvium. So these Illuvitars are going to be the only one, again, from what I've heard, looking on Discord, I'm talking to other players. These are going to be what you're going to use as your avatars within Illuvium. Now, you are not going to just be able to import pictures, literally put whatever you want on there. Again, from my understanding, that it is going to be specifically these Illuvitars that are going to be going on there. Then, of course, the Dio dashboard, I'm still working on it. Investment app, definitely working on as well. And then there are some not much changes to the story. Governance changed a little bit. Big shout out to Vulcan. I'm super impressed to see him on there. It was very cool to see. Infrastructure, marketing, of course, is going to go behind that. 1.3 million followers. That's right, guys. 1.3 million. There are only 20,000 pieces of land. Remember that and keep that in mind. Production, definitely doing a lot better. project, super stoked still for this project, guys. I've been in it for, it's probably been like 8 months now, which is absolutely crazy that it has been roughly 8 months for Illuvium. Hopped on board actually pretty early within the project, I feel, and we've been saying when land sale forever. There are so many things that are coming with Illuvium, and again, I'm super stoked to see everything that is coming, and there's just more to come. I cannot say any more, guys, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. That's the Illuvium dev blog for March of 2022, and as always, thank you guys for watching.